Hello and welcome to the DIY Game and Fidget program at Middle Country Public Library. If you like squishies and sensory tubes and model magic and fidget sticks, this is a program for you. And I forgot actually our sensory balls. Okay. So these are some of the cool things we're going to make. I'm going to type up nice instructions for you that you have in your bag also. Most of what you need is provided for you. You will need, though, some Crayola markers. If you have an empty water bottle, you'll need an empty water bottle. If not, there'll be a way around it, but it's preferred. If you have something like a rolling pin, it could be for a Play-Doh set. It could be a real one for the kitchen. If not, you're able to use your marker as a roller, like this. And other than that, you'll need some water. And I think that's about it. I'll let you know if anything else comes up along the way, but that's it. Oh, the other thing that I forgot is you will need like something like either like a spoon, and if you have a butter knife, because that'll be how you make this. It's cutting with a butter knife. Okay. So what I'm going to start with, I'm going to move some of this to the side. So what you're going to start with is your water beads and your balloon. So one thing in your kit is this. It's a little container and it has a clear balloon and some water beads in it. I gave you one clear balloon, and then if you have extra water beads, you could use them in a bin and just play with them. They're just really fun to play with. Or if you have extra balloons at home, you're able to use it. Any color balloon too, it's fun. So what you're gonna do, it's a fidget balloon, so you can see the colors once you squish it. These are nice strong balloons, so they shouldn't break too easy, but still be careful, it's a balloon. What you want to do is a couple hours before you're ready to do this, you're going to take your water beads, what's in here, and pour them into an empty water bottle. And they're only going to be so tiny on the bottom, and you're going to fill it at least halfway with water. This was filled halfway, and you see how big they get. They soak up that water. So this is so many that this is definitely way more than we need for a sensory balloon. Let them sit for like 2 to 3 hours. You want them to get nice and big. If there's a little extra water like this has in the bottom, that's fine, but you don't want like a super lot of water. You don't want to make it too crazy. If you have a lot of water on the bottom, what you're going to do is half open it like this and, pour it out onto, I have this so I could stick it into. But you could pour it out like this and get all the extra water into the sink or cup or something like that that you have nearby just to drain it. Okay, so next. You could let yours sit and build your beads as you're doing other crafts. I'm going to show it to you now since I have it already and pre-done. You're going to take your balloon and you're going to open this up first. Blow up your balloon about halfway. Like so. That's way bigger than you need it, but it's just good to have it a little bigger. You're going to twist it a little bit, and then you're going to put it over your water bottle. Ooh. My water bottle fell. So over your water bottle carefully. And be careful. Water beads are a little crazy and they get very bouncy all over. Ask my parent for help if you need help. So you're going to twist it. You're going to put it over your water bottle, like so, and then open it. And then you're going to shake some water beads in there. Now you don't want to have it, like I said, so full where it's a huge water balloon. You want to have it where it's about, I would say that's good, about that many in there. And then I have all these extra ones, so I'm going to put a couple more for good luck. All right, so you can make something else with the rest, or just play with them. You're going to carefully pull it off and let the air out. Like so. Then you're going to tie it. This is good to do on a nice day outside in case it gets messy. If there's a little extra water in there, it's okay. The beads will soak it up and it'll be good. But it's nice. You see the beads in there, the colors as you squish it. As it sits for a couple days, it'll be more like this where you'll have less water because they suck up that water. But you can play with them and fidget with them all day. The extras that you have, you could, like I said, get a table, put them in there, a pan or a bowl, and just play with them. They are very cool. They pop and squish. They're fun to play with, but they are very bouncy. So if you put them in your house, just be careful because I don't want you to make a big mess and get in trouble. Okay, so that is our sensory balls. Okay, so next we have our wands. So these are our wands. I'm gonna just clean up our workstation a little here because I dropped some water. Perfect. Okay, so for our wands, you will have a pack of everything you need for your wands. So in your pack, you will have your empty wand, you will have your glitter. This is mineral oil, which is thick, and it'll make it so it has like a bubble in it that actually moves up and down. You'll have some gold beads and a little funnel. The only thing you don't have for this project, which you will need, is something to tape or seal the top. These tops do come off kind of easily, so you can use some hot glue, and after you're totally done, just put a touch of hot glue, stick it in, but you might also want to tape it with some kind of masking tape, washi tape. Duct tape is my favorite because it's waterproof in there. So what you're going to do first is you're going to take your mineral oil and open your bottle, and you're going to put just a little bit of mineral oil. You don't need a whole lot. You're going to take your funnel, put it in, and I would say, to be honest, half of your teaspoon, not even your whole half, like that, just a touch. You're going to put it in. See, it glides in, and set this to the side. So you just have a touch on the bottom, okay? Now I'm going to use water. So I took some in a paper cup so I could fold my cup to make a little spout on it so it's easier. You're going to pour water, but you don't want to do it to the tippy top. You want to leave room for this enclosure to go into it, and then also for air, because if you want air for it to move around a little bit. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to go very slow again, like so. Then after that, I'm going to add some beads in there, and the beads are a little bit big for your funnel, so I wouldn't use them in your funnel. What I would do is just take your cup and go like this, make a little end to it, and pour them in. And now the mineral oil goes to the top, and your water is going to stay on the bottom, so that's normal. You can take your spoon and go like this a little bit and push it around to mix it up a little bit. In the beginning, you're going to have to work it a little bit, so that way the glitter kind of gets stuck. The mineral oil is thick, but once they start, you use it a lot and you shake it up, you let it sit a day or so, it becomes a nice sensory wand. After that, I want to pour in my glitter. You could use your funnel, or you could do it this way. And then last but not least, where's my funnel? I'm gonna put a little bit more water, and again, go very slow. Okay, so I put that in. I think I went a little too far, so I'm gonna pour a little bit out, so I have some air room. Okay, perfect. So now that I did that, I'm going to take a paper towel, clean the top of it, like so, and seal it. Then what you're going to do is take some duct tape, washi tape, or whatever you might have. Let's set this here for 1 second. And cut a piece off. And put it around the top to secure it. If you would like to use a little hot glue, you can. I'll just leave it sitting up to keep that water down for a little bit. Like so. Like I said, you're going to have to let it sit for a little bit, work it, shake it up, play with it, because that mineral oil is very thick at first. But what you do is if you have a nice little air bubble in there, what you can do is shake it, and it'll make it go, and eventually it'll settle. But you see how you have that air bubble and the mineral oil that moves back and forth, and it'll become your sensory wand, and eventually it'll be like this. Alright, I think they're cool and they're pretty to play with. These are like little test tubes almost. Okay, so let me move that out of the way. The next thing in your bag that I would like to show you are these sticks. So you will get 12 colored sticks and a whole bunch of these, which some are soft and some are more hard. They're Velcro. And the soft and the hard, soft and soft don't go together. But if you have a soft and a more sticky, a hard one, they loop together and they stick. So what you're going to do is for each of your fidget sticks, you're going to put a soft and a hard. And then you're going to do the same thing on the other side, a soft and a hard. And what I like to do is if I have like a harder one here, like a grasper here, I put a soft one behind it, and vice versa on the other side. I do the opposite. So I'm going to have hard, soft, so that way each end, no matter where you're going to stick it to, it'll have somewhere to stick. And you'll have 12 of them, and you have it in a bag, so you could keep it in your bag. And what you could do is bring them on vacation, bring them in the car. If you're bored, you can make working, moving things that you build, a car, a truck, a house, just some fidgety sticks where you can move them around a lot and keep going. When you have 12 of them, you make something really cool. So it's very simple. All you're going to do is you'll have the blank ones, and you're going to actually just be sticking those on each end, and you should have enough for everything. Okay, and then you can fidget with them. All right, I'm going to put those away. So for the next thing I want to show you is our little squishies that we made. You will have a big bag, here it is, of all variety of colors, and you will have 2 paint brushes, a fine and a regular one. So your regular one is good for like big things, if you're making a burger bun or the pizza or the base or whatever it is. And then any fine detail after that dries, you're going to add with that pointy brush. I gave you a whole bunch of colors. I think I gave you like 6 colors. You will have some of these squishy pieces in here. Everybody should have 2 triangles and 3 circles. So for my circle, I decided to make a cheeseburger. So I took a scissor and I just like cut around it very easily. It cuts. You could use a kid's scissor. It doesn't have to be adult. It doesn't matter. To make it look like a smaller burger bun, burger patty. And these were my buns, and I stuck it in here. I used Elmer's glue to glue them together. If you don't want to make a burger, that's fine. You can make it a cupcake or a layered cake or anything you could imagine that you want to make it into. And then you paint it as you like. For my bun, I didn't have the exact brown I wanted, so I mixed colors together for it. I added some cheese and some ketchup marks on it. It's not perfect, but I like it. It's cute. This was a little pie, a slice of pie or cake. I put some sprinkles on top and a cute little faces on each side. And this is my pizza. Little face on there, some pepperoni, some green peppers that I put on there. You could do anything you want, make it whatever you would like is fine with me. And a little trick is if you really like to do this and you want to make more, these are makeup pads. So if you're going to apply makeup, clean your face, stuff like that, that's what these are. So you get them pretty cheap at any local store and make more of them if you'd like. And then my last thing to make is our tic-tac-toe board. So I started it. This is why you'll need the rolling pin to roll it out. You're going to break your Model Magic into 4 piles. One is going to be, 5 piles, because one you're going to need for this. I started this. One is going to be for a bigger piece. That's going to be for your board. A small piece for your one color, and another one for your other ones for your markers. So what you're going to do is how you color it is you go like this with a Crayola marker that's washable, and then you twist it and roll it up. Break it apart, as so. Okay. So what you're going to do is for these, you're going to roll them. So I just made lots of little different colors. And this is going to be your pieces, and you can use your marker. So the little trick is to cutting them out as like a little cutter. And you go like this, and then you take it out, and then those are going to be your little pieces that you make. For your X's and O's, instead of those, you have little circles. They're different colors. You're going to have your board, and what you do is roll a big piece out. And I didn't bring it with me, but I use usually a plastic knife, and I cut it. And that's how I have my extras here. And then what I'm going to do with this is make snakes. And these are for my board. So I'm going to go like this, make snakes. And I'm going to cut it apart. See my snake? So I'm going to cut it into 4 pieces. And you can use your plastic knife or whatever you'd like to cut it. And these you're going to keep separate. You want them to dry not touching each other, so they dry as separate pieces. This, you want your board to have pieces on it that are lines that are going to stay, and you're going to go like this. Okay. Like that. Okay. So these are going to be, and you're going to squish them down so they stick and they're touching. Anything left over, you could cut with your butter knife. I'm sorry, I don't have one here right now. You take your ends off. You're going to let it dry for a good 12 hours. You want to leave it where it's on a table or on a plate or something like that that's easy to take it off of, not paper. This is going to dry as your board. These are going to dry as your pieces. And then you could take it and put it in a Ziploc bag and bring it in the car for a nice game to play with in the car with your sibling, and you could sit and play tic-tac-toe. Any of the extra pieces are yours to keep and make anything you want out of. You can make an animal, shapes, whatever you like. And they will air dry also. I hope that you have fun. I will give you nice written instructions also. And really share what you make. We love to see what you make. And have fun with it. All right, take care.